We're back with Michele Adolphe from the 42nd Assembly District in Brooklyn. You were saying about education. Please continue.
Well, as I was saying before, the relationship between the labor union and, of course, the Department of Education is really important, because you know why all the trade skill that you have to be unionized, and I am for people with the union workers to get jobs here instead of anybody else. Mm-hmm. So therefore, it's important for them to work together. I'm pro-union, yes. Excellent. And also, you have students right after high school. They want to continue to go to college, but they can't. You know why? They have a family. So if I'm raising my family, that doesn't mean I don't want to go to college. Yes, I can. You know why a lot of them don't go to college? Because they have to go full-time. So we can make provision where part-time students get all the federal and Pell Grant. That's the job of the State Assembly and the Senate, to work together to improve the quality of life of New Yorkers and in my district. So I think all part-time students should get federal help to go to college.
But now we have a problem here. The problem is New York State Legislature is considered dysfunctional. How would you make that happen to deal with these issues with the schools when the city as well as the state has been trying to get these kids what it takes to pass these grades, and it's not happening? The state schools have a real big problem. But you
see, to me, words are very important. When you say dysfunctional, it's just a word, but that doesn't mean it's a collaborative thoughts of all the legislators. But if one come with a bright idea and work it around his or her colleagues, they'll sit together, understand the need of the people, not their own needs, how we can better New York together. Then your district will be the benefactor of whatever we do in Albany. How do we do this? It's simple. They'll say they don't have the money. We do have the money. There's a lot of waste in Albany. This is where I'm telling you, when the people get me elected to the State Assembly, I'll work with my colleagues to tell them,
Albany is dysfunctional.
Okay, Albany is not a person. Albany is just the area.
People.
The people there need ideas. They need bright, new, innovative ideas, so they'll put it on the table. If they're not thinking, I can't help them while I'm not there. But when I am there, when the folks in my district elect me, I'm there, people will not say the same what they're saying right now, the same thing. Let me tell you something. Quick example of waste in Albany. We have 3 prisons upstate New York.
Name them.
Okay? Let me tell you, 2 of them is practically empty. And it costs us taxpayers $78 million. That money, let me finish my point, 1 second.
I work in prison now.
That money could have been, it's not about the name of the prison, it's about the structure. As you said, Albany is dysfunctional.
Okay.
And how to manage. It's about budgeting. Okay?
Okay.
It's not about name calling. That money should have been invested in us here in New York State.
Governor Patterson has done that. Governor Patterson, when it comes down to these prisons, have cut down on the influx of inmates coming through here by sending these inmates to drug treatment.
Okay.
So now he has told the upstate economy, listen, you will no longer run your economy on the back of people of color.
As far as I'm talking to you, we have 2 prisons right now, empty. It costs us taxpayers $78 million, one with half of the inmates. I have no problem taking care of upstate people, because we are all people we have to be taken care of.
Okay.
But the problem is they could have used the buildings wisely by putting programs for young people.
Okay.
Turn it into a vocational program, vocational school, where they have vocational programs for young people. Yes, who don't want to go to college.
From your district, you're saying
everywhere. My district will be a part of it. But we're talking about the state budget.
But listen to what you're saying. You want your district people, if they cut this money, okay, they're not good. Even if they cut it, we also asked the governor the same thing. If you cut that prison money, are you then going to turn back around and use that money for the people? They couldn't give us an answer.
It's not a matter of cutting the money. Let me make it clear to you. It's a change of plan. Instead of plan A, you have plan B. Taking the money upstate, bring it down here, that's not going to resolve the problem. We're saying, okay, we're not punishing upstate.
It's not about punishing them.
Well, we're not cutting upstate budget. We want that $78 million to turn around children they're shipping upstate to prisons. Those prisons are staying open because they expect an influx of cocaine, drugs among our teenagers down here.
Okay.
So they can ship them upstate. We don't want that.
Okay.
We want change for our children here. So when they go upstate, they'll get a nice vocational program, lock them there, give them an alternative. Don't lock them behind bar with no training, with nothing. This is what I'm fighting for. And if they cut the prison entirely, send the money down here. Or give some to upstate, let's share the pie. My district need resources. We don't have a community center. We don't have a public library.
Okay,
we don't have senior centers in our district.
You don't have one public library?
We do not have one public library in the 42nd. Now, but we do have libraries in the borderline of the 42nd. But guess what? Some of our children, they could afford transportation. You'll be surprised. And some of them do not have internet access if they have to do their assignments. If you were to do your work and no internet access in your own district, come on.
Now
and you have to go somewhere else?
Okay, but now tell me something. You said rent and housing is a problem. So where would you put a library at?
No, it's not where we put. That's what's going to happen next year. We have, you'll be surprised, we're not going to build any more libraries. We have enough libraries in Brooklyn. We need to share the pies. My opponent makes sure to cut all the public libraries because there's a lot of votes around the libraries that could be helpful for some other group. She doesn't want that. She cut them out. So those folks who live around the public libraries cannot vote in my district. So when we redistrict, I mean, they're going to do what you call reapportionment of all district, and we call that redistricting, of course. When that happens next year, it's going to be worse for us. But when I am there, I'll make sure we get 2 public libraries back in the 42nd. Linden Boulevard and Nostrand Avenue.
Can you tell us where your assembly members stand on that issue?
As far as she's saying, the last debate I had with my opponent, she said that she was very helpful with some of her colleagues to have a public library in their districts.
And helpful in their district?
Their district, not hers.
Okay.
Okay. And she also have her district office outside of the district.
Okay.
Helping her colleagues.
Okay.
And then she's saying she does not pay rent there because sometimes a lot of folks all over is coming for help. She helped anybody out of a district.
Okay.
So,
for the sake of time, and I want you to be able to get all your issues in, let's switch up the topic. Healthcare. What do your community need, which is part of all New Yorkers need, and what do you have, what do you want?
Well, I think on a serious note, we need to have more free clinics in the 42nd. So parents, if they want to give a shots for schools to their children, they should be able to go to a free clinics, maybe a couple of blocks, you know. Don't go to Kings County, who is out of the district. We don't even have a major hospital in our district, you know. Others got 2 or more. So we need to make it accessible to parents. Right now, school is going to be open. You'll be a lot of kids there. The line at Kings County Hospital is crazy. So we also have to make provision.
District hospital? I mean, district clinics?
Free clinics, because you have to understand the new healthcare law right now. They have provision where there's going to have a lot of free clinics. My job when I get elected is to monitor what's happening with the Fed so my district can get some free clinics. That will be my job when I get elected, okay? So look at the epidemic of AIDS, HIV in the district. There is no clinic where people can go, and if they go to Kings County, so I think they should make it more accessible to the people in the district. And as far as healthcare is concerned, if you look at our seniors, yes, seniors cannot take a long walk.
Hold on, we want to stay with healthcare.
That's part of healthcare also.
Okay, well, let's come back. We're going to come back.
But let me just mention that part.
Okay, it's part of healthcare.
Yes.
Okay, well, we're going to come back. Yes, we're going to come back. I want to talk to you about that because I have an issue with that too. Okay. We're going to go have a brief message from our sponsors, and we're going to come back with that because I do want to touch on that. I have something to say on that also. We'll be back after this message. Thank you.